Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You feeling some type of way. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be an uplifting experience.
All I got is you. You know what I mean?
It's us.
We got some Devin. This is a farewell to CJ.
Yeah.
I hear that.
Especially if he go where the fuck we think he's going.
Oh,
And it's like he's done.
hold on, man. Yeah.
Oh, I got you. Hold on.
Yeah.
We good? We
I'm
good?
good.
You just played because you know we recording.
OH.
Oh, shit.
So we good. So we good. Y'all know what it is. We back again. Bucknutboyz, episode 4.
Well, you don't know what's going on.
Yeah, we still new to this, so we just gonna keep on letting it roll. I know y'all see some of the additions. Shout out to your fire team real quick.
Oh, yeah, the
go
crew.
ahead.
Oh, Latitude,
You
man.
want to shout them out?
Broad Street Bullies.
Okay.
Latitude. Trenton Fire Department.
Understood. Y'all also know we gonna shout out the Buckeyes if y'all haven't noticed already.
Clearly.
You know what I mean? We got Reese over here, Tud over here, Ayo Rye over there, and y'all know Big Tone. You feel me? Big Tone. I had to give myself an extra shout out. Yeah, give myself the extra
Whatever,
shout out.
man. Do what you gotta do, man.
So obviously, first thing we want to start off today with is the trade news in the NFL. You know, they talked to CJ about possibly going to the Bears and possibly this, and he don't want to be there. So what do you think the Bears did? I don't know if they wanted him, but they gave up that pick. So what they give up? A first round. They gave up.
They received.
I'm sorry. Yeah, the Bears received the first round, the pick swap. They got DJ Moore out the deal.
Then I think like a couple
and
second rounds.
yeah, a couple other
something
picks.
in 2024 or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Exactly.
So it might have been two
Another
first
first.
rounds
Yeah, it was another. It was
and
2024.
2 second rounds, I
Yeah,
think.
another
Yeah.
first and a second.
Yeah, something
Over
like
the next
that.
2 years.
So with that being said, and we're gonna get that started off. Do we believe that CJ is now going number 1 overall to the Carolina Panthers?
I hope not. He don't got nobody to throw to. I'm sorry. Like
That's going to be the biggest thing. He got nobody to throw to. They trade their top wide receiver. And it's like, okay, you clearly are doing that to move up and get a quarterback. Is it Bryce Young?
I hope so.
Is it CJ? Is it any of the other ones? Anthony Richardson is the other one.
Ain't none of them going before them two. They better not.
So, we got the they exchanged the 1 and the 9 picks.
Mhm.
They also get the 61st, a couple future picks, and DJ Moore. So, I mean,
let's go, Justin.
for Justin, it's better because he gets another wide receiver.
He only was back.
Another.
He got Mooney, right?
Yeah, Mooney solid.
He got
Mooney.
Claypool.
That's
Yeah, all right.
Oh, and he got
Claypool
Claypool.
ass.
So, yeah.
Claypool. Thank you.
Yeah, no.
Thank you.
But I'm saying he just gets another wide receiver to add to his repertoire. So
Yeah. And they only moved back. They only moved back 8 spots. So who not to say they're not going to go get
They should be
another offensive weapon or something? I mean, granted, they need to give him some O line.
They need O-line.
Yeah,
Yes.
they need to give him
Yes.
some O line. But
Yes.
yeah,
The
they
Bears
can
need
probably
to draft
find that.
O-line for Justin.
that's what they're going to do with that pick 9.
I hope so.
They better.
Pick 9 to
Yeah, they
get
should.
I hope
offensive
so.
lineman.
They got no
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah. I mean,
My
unless-
boy wasn't just running the run last year. he was
Nah,
running
he had
because he had
to
no
go.
choice.
He had to
He
go.
had to get screwed out of there.
He had
Luckily
to
for him,
go.
he can.
Yeah, he made plays happen. But that ain't what he wanted to do. He wanted to
quarterback.
So now, assuming CJ does go to Carolina, obviously, I mean, you talk about someone who's possibly going to have a bad year because they don't have anything. Do you think that's going to ruin it for him moving forward? You're putting him on a team where
Well, yeah, it's already
It
Yeah.
depends because the team,
it's already bad enough that they say Buckeye quarterbacks don't do nothing in the
that's
league.
already.
Which, I mean, they're not wrong as
They're
far
not.
as history goes.
They're
But
not.
it sucks because they get put in situations. all of them, but in
this
situations
is
like
a situation that like
I don't care
he
how
can't
good of a
control it.
quarterback you are, yo. If you're throwing to
Nobody.
if you're throwing to if you're throwing to nobody, we're gonna leave it. I was gonna get disrespectful, but
Pop
if you're
Warner?
throwing to nobody, it doesn't matter how good of a quarterback you are.
Yeah.
You
If
can't
I'm-
just make anybody.
If I'm CJ at this point, I'm going to channel my inner Eli. I ain't going there.
If I'm
I'm channeling my inner
if
Eli.
I'm CJ,
going there.
I'm taking my name out the draft. I'm going back to
Yeah.
I'm a withdrawal.
Ohio State.
Had a change of heart. Enter the transfer portal. NFL back to college. Yeah.
Hey yo,
It's
bro.
sad, but like with Carolina moving up to the first pick, it puts him in a bad position, even if he don't get picked by Carolina.
Yeah.
Because if he go to Houston,
So it's nothing out there neither.
Yeah, but at least, but Houston will also have
They got
another pick in the top 10. Which,
And they already have. I won't necessarily say
Maybe
young
they-
and rebuilding type
maybe.
team, but that's what type
Yeah.
of team.
But
they
maybe Houston might be able to match him with Jackson. Maybe.
yeah.
Maybe.
If not, I mean, there's other wide receivers that
Maybe.
are available, and you would
It is,
assume
but
that
I'm just
they would go
saying,
get that.
But you got to hit.
Yeah,
You got to hit on the pick.
that is true.
That's a fact.
You
Obviously,
don't hit on the pick, don't know that mean nothing.
Nothing.
Doesn't mean
Nothing.
anything. If you don't hit on the pick.
Nothing.
Yeah.
You got to hit on the pick. If somebody on this panel is well versed in wide receiver selection being trash, okay? Somebody amongst us knows all about this. So you got to hit on the pick. Okay? That's all.
Got it.
I almost walked off.
I get you out of here.
I almost walked off.
But I mean, their last,
So no matter
Just
what pick you got,
the last
you can
pick,
ruin
though.
it.
You can ruin it.
yeah, the last
Back to
pick
back
though.
years.
Your last pick was, I mean, he's got 1,000 yards,
Yeah,
right? The
Devontae
last
Smith.
2 seasons.
Yeah, we going
but-
back.
Oh, I know
before
you're
that.
going back. I'm just,
Rager and
yeah.
or Sega ass side and
oh my God.
we
Going
keep
back
going.
there.
Not to jump off topic
Going.
real quick,
Going back
but
there a little
then we
bit.
can
My
do a
bad.
whole segment on the ones that y'all missed in that time frame.
Wow.
And it's sad when you watch the draft, and obviously the draft is coming up. I think it's the end of April, right? The 24th
Yeah,
or
so-
something.
Yeah,
The
somewhere back
fact
there.
that we was online together
Yeah, talking about it. Yeah, it's crazy.
and I called it
Yep.
when it came to Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, it's
What
bad.
if that's the call? Saying we like what you did, but we're gonna go on another route, and that's what we did.
So now I'm glad
And
you
then
brought
look
up.
at it.
I'm glad you brought up Justin Jefferson. So obviously the Buckeyes have been crazy with wide receivers in the league. Do we think at this current time that they overtake LSU and Alabama as the wide receiver? That's where you want your wide receiver to come from.
It got to be because you got to think about. First of all, let's just look at LSU. We're going to look at LSU and we're going to stop at Jefferson and Chase. Before that, who you got?
Odell.
Okay, what we're talking about. Okay,
Yeah,
when was
yeah,
that?
Jarvis
Landry.
Yeah, Landry. Right.
When was
Yeah,
that?
no,
Is
no,
what I'm
I
saying.
get it.
Yeah, I get what
I'm
you're
just
saying.
gonna pay respect to those that I can name. That's
Yeah.
all I'm doing.
Yeah,
Alabama. I mean, they always have studs, but again,
Yeah.
I mean, Alabama.
Alabama do
I
got
mean, it's the
something out here right
consistency
now.
though that comes
Alabama
up out
do
of
got
Columbus.
something out there
man.
right now.
Yeah, Alabama do. I just still
They
think
do got
it's.
something out there right now, but yeah, it's us.
It's the
I don't care.
consistency.
Yeah.
It's us.
I'll tell you what we need to overtake is
D-back.
DBU. Okay, yeah. So DBU is definitely something we gotta. We have to make that strong, and hopefully with the additions of in Bignison, yeah. So
Okay,
you know,
Tone.
I had to work on that name. I'm like, you see how I sent it to y'all? I'm like, it's in Ignosin. Yeah, Ignosin.
Hey,
It's crazy because I was in the car the other day, and I got the dude's name. Kerry was his name, and he was actually a Syracuse graduate, and we just got to talking. So shout out to Kerry. Unfortunately, I don't know your last name. I do have it on my phone since I just met him the other day.
shout out to you though.
He a Syracuse alumni. Congrats to his boy who just got a head coaching job there. He's a black coach that's going to be coaching Syracuse. So we definitely want to give a big shout out to that.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
to the brother.
I was telling him about Davison, and he was just like, man, I was at the games watching this kid. Like, you definitely got someone that's gonna lay it on the line, someone who's gonna attack the ball. I'm like, that's all we've been missing. I was telling him about how all our D-backs, they never turn their head around.
I swear they're talking.
Oh my
They're coached
God.
that. They're coached that.
What is
There's
that
no
about?
way that year after year after year we can bitch about
Yeah.
the same thing.
What is
And
that
that-
about?
It has to be their coach that. I'm convinced.
I seen a clip of Davison. Granted, he wasn't guarding a
Yeah,
true wide receiver,
but
but if I can find that clip again of him, you will see how crazy it was.
are you talking about the one when he shot across field and caught the pick? On the
No.
sideline?
I'm talking about
Different?
spring practice. I'm talking about practice with the Buckeyes.
Oh,
I was able
What are you
to.
talking about?
It was a clip, man. He was on this dude's hip, and the moment he got a chance, he whipped his head around and looked at the ball. And I'm like,
Good.
thank the
Good.
Lord. I'm like, I hope this is something that's truly consistent,
yeah.
especially in him. And then Jahad Carter.
Everybody else.
Granted, he's a safety, but I'm pretty sure they'll probably move him in the slot sometimes,
Mhm.
whatnot. So
I just need all our D-backs to do that.
yeah,
Like they be in perfect position,
right,
but
right,
they don't
exactly.
get their head around. So then they either
Stare
get
at the
caught
receiver.
on or they get in the penalty.
Yeah,
That's it.
And
staring at the
it's,
receiver.
That's it's never
98%
good.
of the time it's a penalty.
Yep. Yeah,
And
so
Face guarding.
And the ball, you turn around, it's an interception.
it's right,
Right,
there. It's
exactly.
a pick. It's a turnover.
Like you running through the chest of the receiver and the ball hitting you in the back.
That's a pick. We go another way. So yeah, hopefully that changes.
yeah. So now we got spring ball rolling, and we got spring ball rolling and the spring game, which is coming up in a couple of weeks. So
25 double A.
we're obviously
Ah,
definitely
yeah.
gotta we're excited. We definitely are
25
excited
double A.
to
I cannot wait.
to see that and see who steps up and see who does this. And granted, it'll be like a practice, another practice for them, but for us to be able to see the new freshmen, the up and coming freshmen, some of the transfers that came in, that's going to give us insight on the things we could use on the podcast,
Mhm.
just other stories to talk about.
Yep.
One of those main stories, and this ain't no good point,
Oh,
but
Lord.
Devin Brown, quarterback, switching his number to 33.
I hope it's something. I hope it means something.
It
Like,
gotta
I hope,
be-
you know what I'm saying?
That's
It's
when
got to
the,
be like a sentimental number for
it gotta
some
be
reason. Because if he
something.
just did that off the confidence of 33,
Ain't no way.
Yeah, no.
Ain't no way.
nah, that's not it.
Yeah,
That's when
Cause
that swaggy P
It gotta
meme
mean
pop up.
something.
Exactly.
I haven't seen it. Wherever the article is, I haven't seen it. Haven't looked it up.
Gotta
But
be.
it gotta be something.
So
It's a tribute to
Because
someone.
I know for sure 33 is not the number that popped
33
up
ain't
to you
it.
at
Not a
quarterback.
quarterback. 33 ain't it.
It's a tribute to someone.
So I could
But-
obviously we got computers here, so we could
Obviously.
pull that up
It
here.
better be
so,
a reason. It better be a good enough reason too.
Yeah. So
I hope it ain't nonsense.
we're gonna take a look.
If not, he just chose 33 to choose 33. He better jump in that transfer portal.
Hey, yo.
Okay, here you go.
Yeah.
So here's what it is. So it says redshirt freshman said after Tuesday's first spring practice that he plans to stick with the unconventional quarterback number. He said he began wearing it at age 7 as a tribute to Sammy Ball, the TCU legend.
Okay.
He switched his sophomore year of high school because a senior running back had the number. Brown wore number 15 last season, now 33. So, I mean,
Almost says indignant.
yeah. I mean,
It's not a good enough reason.
I
for
don't
me.
like it.
The hell with the boy
I
from
don't
TCU,
like it.
bro.
I don't know him. I ain't no
Yeah,
horn frog,
the
bro.
hell, the hell with him.
Sorry.
yeah. So,
Somebody had to say it.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be the one.
Somebody
The hell
had
with
to say
him.
it.
Yeah. And I don't know why he's saying that when they made it to the chip, TCU, and
We got punched
They
on.
did.
Yeah. So,
I mean, obviously, you got to be from down that way, right?
I don't care. You know where
don't
he at
care.
now?
yeah,
I do.
don't care.
I
You
do.
said- you know
Better
where he at now?
represent
You're not a horn
where
frog.
we at.
Yeah. You
We
could-
we not even from Ohio.
Who wearing Kirk Herbstreit number?
Ooh, that's crazy.
So
Just just asking.
I don't know.
Last person, obviously, to have that number, running back, Master Teague.
Right.
Yeah.
As a running
That's
back,
cool.
should.
That's a running back.
Yeah, right. Exactly, as a running back. So,
As a running back.
yeah, we cool. I mean, imagine going out there seeing a quarterback on the field, number 30, number 33. Under center.
Number 33 like this, like.
Bro, I know that's a wildcat.
Time out. Hey,
Yeah,
son,
like,
You gotta see a
Son.
wildcat.
yeah.
right, Wildcat.
What we doing?
You're gonna see them load the box, boy, going
I
up
picture
top.
when that
for 80.
happens. If I see 33, then like you said, Kyle is lined up at wide receiver. at
That's what I'm saying. It's all
that
crazy.
point,
That
like
point.
Kyle's
Hey,
lined up at
yo.
wide receiver, and we trying to figure out what the hell is going on.
But it's crazy though, because Devin said he believed he could make basically every throw on the field.
Well,
Not
he's
with
gonna
that
get
number.
a chance. He's gonna get a chance.
Now with that number, he can't.
He's gonna get a chance. And one thing about Ohio State is that they blow some teams they blow out 70-7. So he's gonna get a chance to prove what he did. Look at what Kyle did. When they put Kyle in some of these games, you're like, okay, we're gonna run the ball, run the clock.
Mm-hmm.
No, we did not. Kyle step back, boom, boom, boom. Let's make this throw. So it wasn't like it wasn't like when they put these quarterbacks in, they just tail off and run the ball, game management. No, those quarterbacks are in there and making these throws and trying to prove a point. So
Because when Kyle had to start that game,
that's what I'm saying.
he put the ball in the air.
You get the and they got
You
something
need
to
to take
prove.
that damn number off.
That's
Please,
what he need
yeah.
to do.
Now if he balls out with that number,
I don't care.
I mean I'm
It's
still
still
be a
gonna be
little
a little
upset.
upset.
Yeah, it'll still be a little
It's
upset.
still
my
like
boy and
ugly.
all, but hey.
That's
Yeah.
ugly.
Obviously we
I
going
don't like it.
we're gonna support whatever the heck is going on here. So
I'm gonna ask him to do his part.
So speaking of quarterbacks, we're gonna go back a little. We're gonna take a step back, head towards 2010, 2011 with Terrell Pryor. So obviously with the new, with all the new rules in college, you got transferring. Now you don't have to sit out the year. You don't lose a year of eligibility. You can come in and play right away,
Mm-hmm.
which was the stupidest rule I think in all of college sports. Was that once you transfer, you lose a year of eligibility.
That's
It's
stupid.
crazy.
You're taking these kids away from something where less than 1% of kids make it to the next level. With that being said, the money situation. We know about the tattoo scandal. We know about
too, right?
crab legs. We know about
Now the crab leg
Reggie-
was a scandal. The bull just stole
crab
crab
legs.
legs.
I get it.
Crazy.
Nah.
I get it. No.
He just stole crab legs.
No, you're right. But
Crazy.
But hear me out.
He's drawing.
But hear me out. There was a company. I guess I don't know, the crab leg company or something in New Orleans. Actually, or I think it was New Orleans that gave him a deal when he got to the league for crab legs.
That's crazy.
So just imagine that, like,
Oh, that's genius.
yeah,
That is.
exactly, and that's their
It is.
marketing.
That's genius.
It
So
is,
now you have
It's crazy.
the NIL deals. For people who don't know what NIL means, it's name, image, and likeness. So now players, or college players and athletes in that
High
Can
schoolers
get-
too now.
can now get
High schoolers
paid
too.
on their name, image, and likeness. The tattoo scandal was a big thing in Ohio State. 5 athletes, Terrell Pryor being the main one. DeVere Posey was another one. There was a couple old lineman, a running back.
We just wanted to get yatted. That's all.
Yeah,
That's
so
crazy.
obviously the tattoo scandal, they wanted to get tatted up. So what they were doing was exchanging memorabilia,
I ain't got
signing
too much
it.
money, but I got this.
Yeah, signing it and then getting that back. The one thing that I did want to ask you guys is, with the NIL deals and allowing these players to gain money off their name, image, and likeness, do you think that changes their want to, probably not to get to the next level because everyone who plays wants to get to the next level, but do you think that's going to help these players stay for 3 years, 4 years, because they're already making money off these deals? Do you think that's
Depends
something
what
that,
sport we talking
Well,
about.
yeah,
no, we're talking strictly football.
Well, they
Football,
ain't
yes,
got no
because
choice
they have
but
to
to
stay
stay
there. They
3
have
years.
no choice
Of
but to be there 3 years.
Right, of course. But do you think that that's going to allow them to stay maybe the 4th year, or someone like whatchamacallit, Max? That's
I don't think not when it comes down to that. So, like you got to think they're already in. They're staying 3 years and they're on an NI deal for 3 years.
Yeah.
Then they're going to the NFL. The NFL, that deal they're gonna get in the NFL is going to be worth more than that NIL
of course,
deal.
of course.
So I don't think it'll make them stay longer, but I definitely think it gives the boosters of the top schools, all of that power to now. You can go get whoever the hell you want, where you want, when you want. Anyone can do it.
That's a fact.
Right.
Like
So
if we were millionaires, we can just walk up. Oh, boy out in Florida over here, he committed to so and so. Hey, I'm just gonna go over there. Hey, bro, here's a couple million. I need you to do this.
all right. So obviously they're gonna stay, go for 3 years, do their thing, whatever. Do you think in recruiting, how do you feel with how the nil deals will affect recruiting?
Well, it's kind of like what Brian said. I mean, the fact of the matter is, it's a discrepancy in budgets.
Yeah.
And throughout the NCAA. It's the upper echelon, and it just dwindled down. So those top programs are going to be basically in the bidding war, but they're going to have basically the cream of the crop to cipher through.
Yeah.
Because most programs, that's us, the Bamas, Georgia,
LSU.
the other bums.
I was
they
not naming them.
Yeah, we have enough money to go out there and offer top-notch NIL deals. So at that point, it still comes to preference of player preference where they want to be.
Yeah.
But
Right. Now, do you think as a player that would affect you and what you do? Like, I can go here and make, $300K, or I can go to the school that I really want and make $100K.
It's already happened.
Me being.
That's what I mean.
It's already happened.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. If you've seen already, I've seen people already talk about that.
Yeah, loud.
Where like they, so I forget who it was, but they were talking about Ohio State, and I think it might have been Brandon Ennis. It was talking about he could have got an NIL deal from so and so that was more than what he was getting from Ohio State. But what he said was, yeah, but Ohio State develops players. It develops, get you to that next
That's
level.
where I want to be.
So like sometimes it's going to come down to shit like that. You got a wide receiver who, sure, he can go to, I don't know, just throw a college out there, Texas, and he might have a $3 million NIL deal. Come to Ohio State, $1.5 million. But here's the difference: you're getting NFL training from someone who played in the NFL Heartline, and you know what I'm saying. And the fact that over the years it is wide receiver you, like we've been pushing them out, sending them to the NFL. And we just don't send them to the NFL. We send them to the NFL, and they produce. So it's not like we're just sending people. No, we're sending productivity.
First rounders.
So yeah, first rounders. So you get to that, and then you weigh your options. You got to think not all of these people, but a lot of these guys, they come from money already. Like they don't come from money, but some of these guys already have money. Their families have money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So someone like C.J. Stroud, he's not broke. His family ain't broke. So like, someone like him, he might not necessarily need everyone could use the extra 1.5 million, but you know what I mean? Like, he could chalk that 1.5 million up for the 2 years that he was going to get it for to go somewhere where he actually wants to be, where he can develop, and they'll push him into the league. He gets into the league, and then rookie deal, $30 million.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But so I was able to pull up the article for Brandon Ennis, and it says obviously late in the recruiting process he passed up a lucrative deal because obviously he wants to be with the Buckeyes.
Okay, so it was him.
So he wanted to be with the Buckeyes. He wanted to get developed there. Obviously, same reasons you said, because of how they develop wide receivers.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I read another article that said some of the wide receivers now, some of the recruiting wide receivers are already at level 2, year 2 status. So they're like right behind these year 2 wide receivers. So for them to get their chance is probably something that we'll see quicker than most. But you also look at the wide receivers from like last year, like Marvin and Njigba and Mbuka, where they play second fiddle, and then you bring them to a bowl game, and it's like, okay, if we make it to I mean, obviously, if we play the chip, I would assume
Everyone.
Marv and them would play.
Yeah,
Right.
hell yeah.
But if we're in a bowl game, does Marv and
You won't. Nope.
Buka
Nope.
and
Nope.
Or do
Nope.
they play?
do they play?
Nope.
They're not going to play.
Nope.
So now you give these people, because we just seen it last year.
In the playoffs or?
No, we're talking about.
I'm saying
when
if
we go
it,
to
yeah.
when we go to the
Okay.
if we weren't in the national.
So, like,
team.
Like
Right.
if it was, we didn't make the playoffs.
If we didn't
Yeah,
make the
I got you.
playoffs and we were just
That
in a regular bowl game,
yeah.
what would
Like,
they do?
I don't think they would either.
And then it gives those players that opportunity. So
But we want to stay in the playoffs because it's about to go to 12.
yeah, exactly. I don't see us.
So-
Would it bump into 12
I don't see us not being in it.
Yeah.
for the
Ever.
foreseeable future?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see it not happening.
Sound about right.
Us not being there, oh my God, talk about a bad year.
Yeah.
Who don't talk to me?
Because it's like, who else?
Please, leave me alone.
Yeah.
Please.
That's a
Because
bad
if
one.
we can't be top 12.
No, we definitely gonna be
boy,
top
you
12.
crazy.
I can't even.
Right.
I
Don't
can't
talk
even
to
think
me.
in my mind when the last
That
time
we
won.
weren't.
Yeah,
Like,
that we weren't. top
Bro,
12.
I don't. Last time I could think of was
It was too long ago.
what's the name? Braxton. The year with Luke Fickle.
6-6.
Yep.
Yeah,
That
you
year.
fit
What was
interim
that?
year.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's the last one I can think of. Yeah, that's the last year I can think of.
That's right after what we touched on earlier with the
Yeah. Do you
tattoo
know who has the
scandal.
highest NIL deal in the world right now? And
In college football, you mean, or just in general?
in general.
The high.
highest-
You know who has the biggest
NIL?
NIL deal?
Isn't it Bronny?
Yup.
I was about to
That's
say it's
crazy.
probably yeah, it would probably be Bronny.
I
Yeah.
didn't even see it, but
Oh.
that's crazy.
Speaking of Bronny,
He might be going to Ohio State.
hey, shout out to Buckeyes basketball. I
He
know.
might be going to Ohio State.
might.
I know y'all folded. I know y'all folded against Purdue. Obviously, they were the better team, but shout out to y'all.
Mhm.
Y'all had your chance. Now that you mentioned that, and I know we obviously going off topic because we stick to football,
I know.
but Bronny James possibly going to
Ohio State.
Ohio State.
He only gonna be there for 8 years.
So
I'm
don't
just
care.
saying.
Don't
I'm just
care.
saying.
Don't
just
Just
saying.
let him be on campus.
I
when he
honestly,
has
I
the
mean-
to tell you
game.
guys the truth, I really don't.
We're
I can see
upset.
it. I can see it, obviously, and
Where
obviously,
did James go?
obviously,
Yeah,
LeBron
you
is
feel
gonna let Bronny choose and do whatever the hell he wants
Right.
to do.
Yeah.
But I just really see him going to Kentucky.
me?
He
Think so?
just, dude, loves Calipari, first of all. LeBron does, and whatever. But a lot of his teammates are like already like committed to going to Kentucky. Like at this point, you're about to have Sierra
Sierra
Grand,
Gang.
Kentucky.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know
Sierra
if you want. I don't know if you want that pressure.
he loves pressure.
I don't know, bro.
Honestly,
He's gonna pressure no matter where he go. This is
my honest
Bronny.
opinion about that though, if he go to Ohio State, he have a better chance to
Better
be
chance.
able to excel his game that year.
Because he's gonna play no matter what.
No
He
matter
gonna
what,
play no
and
matter
he's-
what.
and-
No.
But listen,
Kentucky's a
even-
little different.
He
Kentucky's
gonna play
a
no
little
matter
different.
what.
In the
Kentucky's a little
SEC,
different. Yeah.
At Kentucky, there's a standard.
Yeah, it's a little different.
It's the standard is LeBron.
That's what we're
That's
going
what I'm
to be
saying.
expecting.
So LeBron gonna walk into that gym, Calipari gonna be like,
If he
dude,
go-
hey Ronnie, get
If he
in.
go to Ohio State, I tell you, if he go to Ohio State, it's like this your team.
Oh yeah, for
Let's
sure.
go.
You hate
sure.
Let's
yeah.
go.
Yeah.
That's what I think it's going to be.
That's not
It's not gonna happen at Kentucky.
No, that's not
You're
happening.
gonna be.
at Kentucky.
You are what we
I
say.
just don't
you
know if he's that kind of I want the
I
team
ain't
type
a
of
fan.
player. Like Bronny seems like a fit in type of guy.
Yeah.
And he's not that. He's not like
That's
the
good.
okay,
But
give
the
me
thing
it. Like this is my team, my show type.
This is the
Cool
thing.
right now.
This is the thing with Bronny, and I'm gonna say this real quick so we get off basketball. At his size right now, not even it's the criticism he's been getting. Like he just actually been upgraded to a 5-star.
Congrats to
I want to
that.
say like a week or two ago.
Yep.
But see how long it took him to get to a 5-star.
Yeah.
I think a lot of that's been blocked though because his teammates they're all great.
Right.
Which
So
I
my
just,
point-
you know,
my point
yeah, I
is,
get
it's
it.
going to be the same thing at Kentucky.
Yeah.
That's the
teammates
thing.
are all great.
Now, I'm not
Yeah.
saying you can't get drafted. You're going to get drafted regardless. But here, he's not going to be able to put on at Kentucky like he can somewhere else, like Ohio State or Oregon.
If you go to Ohio State, I promise you,
That's all I'm saying. But he could play basketball.
I believe it won't happen in the beginning, but like towards like getting closer to like conference tournament, you're gonna average like 20. I can see it at Ohio State. He averaged like
Wherever he
26.
goes, he better
26. I can
aggressive.
see it from Bronny.
Be aggressive.
Wherever he
You know
go,
me?
wherever he go, he better than Michael Jordan, nut ass kids.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah,
Man.
So speaking of someone going somewhere, Marcus and them. Hey, Marcus and Jeffrey. You know one of them got them nut ass goggles on. You know what I'm talking about? Yo, I'm not playing. I swear. The crazy thing is, and I know we getting completely off topic. The crazy thing is, one of them, I want to say it's Marcus. His college career, he averaged 2.7 points.
Illinois?
Huh?
Illinois,
I'm pretty sure.
right?
Yeah.
No, he was at
I'm
what's his
pretty
name? Didn't he get the team sponsorship taken away when he was at like UCF?
Oh,
He was wearing Jordan,
For no reason.
and it was like Adidas or something.
why?
He was out there. He was out there in his
Why?
pops.
He thought his pops was bigger than the whole game of
Like,
basketball.
Bro, this ain't what we doing.
He was out there in his pops team. Like, oh, dude, what's going on out here?
But
Entitled.
speaking of people going somewhere, right, we want to obviously get back on track, talk a little bit about Buckeyes football. Speaking of someone going somewhere,
Okay. Yeah.
the
question is.
how do we feel about Ryan Day's job security if he loses for the third year straight to the biggest rival
So of course,
that we have?
I have an issue.
the Buckeye Nation is in an uproar
I have an issue.
because we haven't beaten the team up north in 2 consecutive seasons. So with that being said, nonsense like this tends to spew out of people's mouth. Now, what I will say is there's some questionable things that coach do. We all can agree we've seen some questionable calls, you know. But for the most part, we're in a position to accomplish what we set out to do. You know, Ryan, they ain't the one out there not getting his head around.
This is true.
I mean,
Yeah, sure.
Ryan, they ain't the one not calling targeting calls.
Which was true.
Like, so,
That's crazy.
But then it's things like that,
But-
the last drive. That
yeah,
is Ryan Day.
there's certain plays.
Like, then it's that. It's things like that.
So the first
The
thing
last
that
drive
we look
against
at,
Georgia.
right? The first thing that you normally look at, right? You go to coaching. Then it dwindles down into players. So it's like coaching first, then quarterback play, then everybody else. Because those are the top 2 things that we look at. What the hell is the coach doing?
You play to win the game.
What the hell is the quarterback doing? So even if we look from the bottom up, what's the quarterback doing? Oh, quarterback is great. CJ was great. What's the coach doing?
Honestly,
Calling bullshit.
That's where we're at. This is why I'm asking this question.
If
But I could
listen,
If
I'm
you
not-
do things like he did in the last drive against Georgia, he got to go. And I love Ryan Day, but you
I ain't
can't
gonna
do
say
that.
gotta go.
fellas, go ahead, Skinny.
Like, I don't want him to go nowhere right now, honestly. But it's like adjustments.
How many times we gonna say that?
I mean,
I
completely
understand that. We say
understand.
one. I'm just hoping to see it. And at the end of the
I
day,
completely understand.
if it comes down to it, bro, throw the ball to Marvin. That's all I'm saying.
He
I
did.
don't, you don't have to call anything. Just throw it.
He did.
Throw it.
At the end of the
I'm
day,
talking about right now, this year, this season. Kyle, throw it to Marvin. That's your man's, right?
Sure enough is. What you got to?
Like, don't hold them back. That's all I'm saying.
we gave up 41 points.
We gave up.
That's true.
I mean, I'm just, you
We
know,
were
now
up
if we're blaming Ryan Day for that as well, then
No, that ain't his fault.
that's so.
We was up 18.
So
Yeah,
like
I ain't
that's-
blaming Ryan Day.
should not-
No, I'm saying
Jim.
if for
Yep.
him for his job to be in question, is
Defensive
we're
coordinator.
saying that the 41 we gave up also is
Ain't got
on
nothing-
him.
ain't got nothing to do with
Michigan took us. My fault. See, the team up north took us behind the shed.
Oh,
Did
yeah.
some things.
Yeah.
Some things
They
to
did,
it.
they, yeah,
You know what I
they
mean?
did what they wanted.
Defense allowed that to happen.
With their top running back out.
Defense allowed that
Hurting.
to happen.
He had one play and then
So,
out.
that's all
I'm like,
I'm
oh,
saying.
this game is this is
Yes.
a book.
Ryan Day has questionable play calling.
But that's what I'm saying. That game, we was not going downfield. When we went downfield, what happened? Touchdowns. We was on the board. We stopped
All
going
before
downfield.
that team up north game, the defense was being praised for its turnaround.
That's a fact.
Them Bulls got
But
punched
that
on.
game, yeah, them Bulls.
Shout out JT.
Them boys.
all before the last 2 games, the defense was being praised for its turnaround. And when it counted the most,
Boys.
the defense turned around.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying,
Yeah.
you know, you got to take that with a grain of salt. So understand how people could be frustrated with the loss. Everybody will be. You know what I mean? But it can't all be on Coach Day.
All right, so I'm gonna simplify this question here. 3 straight losses to Michigan.
This is, I mean, like, how this is going?
Is Day out? Yes or no?
No.
Day out? Yes or no?
Depends on the record. Are we undefeated?
Is Day out? Yes or no?
I'm gonna say no.
Day out?
If we get smoked, bye.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's just a broad question because, like, no, it literally all depends what happens.
We get smoked
Again, bro. If it's
Bye.
a shootout, right? Like he
I
said,
don't
if it's a
even see
shootout and the defense lets up 50, like, dog, I don't know
Somebody
what you do.
This is
But,
somebody
also
over there gotta
this is
do
also-
something.
yeah.
but like, if it's shitty play calling and just,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
We
then
know
yeah.
what the BS
We know what it is.
game plan looks like when we're watching the game. Up here go one of them games. We see it. We're analysts of this. We love Buckeye football. We are
Bro.
watching every down, every game.
We can tell how the
We
game
know
goes
how
off
the
the
game
first
about to
drive.
play out,
Off
bro.
the first drive, we see it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, like it's gonna be one of them games.
All right.
5 yard. Oh my god.
You see it, bro. Like when, listen, Buckeye fans, if we start the first drive and we do 2 bubble screens on the first drive, if we throwing bubble screens, it's gonna be a long game.
Yep.
If we start out going sideways, the game might go sideways.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. Listen, bro, I don't care if you throw a 2-yard stop. It's better than a swing pass.
Bro,
Right, exactly.
when they go this way,
Throw the 2-yard stop.
If the
Don't
first
throw no
play is
swing
a
pass,
bubble,
bro.
oh,
Don't throw no swing pass, bro. Bro, that ain't us. It's not us.
Because
honestly.
think about it. With you can't tell me our guys can't do a 5 and stop. You can't tell me from Mar
And just sit.
to Emeka to
Oh.
Jackson to Cade.
Julian.
Yeah, you can't.
I guarantee you,
Julian,
that 5-yard
Xavier, don't forget them. Don't
I'm just
forget
saying.
That
them.
5-yard stop is open.
Yeah.
A
Guarantee
5-yard stop.
you. Any
bro.
of them. Guarantee you.
You
That
can't-
I'm
5-yard
sure
stop.
Ryan Day can go out there and run a 5 yard.
I would think so. I would think so.
If he lose to Michigan, he gonna run a 5-yard stop. I know that for sure.
Bro,
I know that for sure.
I can't. Not 3. I never seen this in my life.
I know
Yeah,
that
this
for
is deep
sure.
right here. This is definitely a down
I don't.
time.
I don't need this.
I mean, it ain't as bad because we was able to get into the playoffs
Right.
and
Yeah.
put up a valiant effort there.
That's a
But
fact.
if we ain't make it to the playoff, it'd have definitely been more of a
Oh, then it's like,
dark cloud right now.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
being that we got that blessing, that little bone thrown our way, that loss don't sit as badly as it.
As it
really
as
is.
it is.
Mhm.
Yeah, because it ain't like it ain't bad.
So obviously, looking a little bit ahead, which is not, it's not too far ahead, but going into this season, we start the year off with Indiana, Youngstown State, Western Kentucky.
Smoking all 3 of them.
I hope.
Right, exactly. Those should be 70
Western
bombs.
Kentucky Hilltoppers.
Those should be 70 bombs. Then we get into the independent team. Then starts the
Damn them guys.
What
Then
you
starts
think we
the
gonna
real.
do with them?
Who?
Notre Dame.
Beat the.
You think
They-
so?
The NCAA need to step up and make Notre Dame make a
Go
choice.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, go somewhere.
Like,
Yes.
Come on.
Go
I'm
somewhere.
tired of them.
Go to the ACC or something, bro.
Our
I don't
little-
care where you
I
go.
don't care. Just
go.
somewhere.
The little sister school.
We're
I
gonna
don't
boy.
beat
care
shit
if
out of
you
them just like we
Mountain
did.
West.
Yeah,
That's the
they're
little sister
overrated.
school.
Go somewhere.
Go to the SWAC. I don't give a shit.
Independent is like that's
Nah,
childish as hell.
don't go to the SWAC.
Excuse me,
Bro, they pretty much in the ACC.
That's what I said. Go to ACC.
Yeah,
They
what,
are.
they play
That's who
basketball
they
there
play.
or something, right?
Bro, that's
I think their
they-
basketball team is
yeah,
in the
but they
conference, but the
schedule-
football not.
Right, exactly.
But their
exactly.
schedule is the
It's
ACC,
ACC.
bro.
That's what they play.
Mhm. Duke, Carolina, all them.
Georgia Tech.
Mhm.
Mm.
Clemson.
Yeah, they play them.
Like, just go
Just
out
go
there.
there. What's the problem? You really want to be independent like that, huh?
They
Heavy virgin school.
They ain't sharing none of that money.
That's a fact.
That's why they doing it. Oh, greedy bastard.
So obviously we know who we play. We know who we play at the end of the season. Right. Now, obviously that's not going to change.
It should. But go ahead.
We play them at the end of the season. We are going to be adding 2 new teams.
The Trojans and the Bruins.
So USC and UCLA are both going to be added to that. Out of those 2, who do we believe is going to be the bigger threat? The bigger threat.
USC, by the time, as long as Caleb Williams ain't there, then who cares?
Yeah.
He gonna bring somebody else there.
Oh, he definitely gonna bring somebody else there.
But
USC though.
AD Gene Smith, what you need to do is disband the divisions.
Yeah. That's the next topic. We talking about reorganizing.
Yeah,
I'm reorganizing nothing.
You want to just take it out?
It's top to bottom this thing.
I heard that.
Let the chips fall as
I
they
think
may.
the only reason they can't do that is because they have, the schedule is 12 weeks. They got more than 12 teams.
Well, I think everybody went to a division now. But we wasn't a division until about what? We ain't had divisions about, I could be about like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
It was
Like
something,
that.
6 to 10.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, like we just went to
we just
division.
really-
So it ain't like we weren't there.
So I mean, at this point, the number one. We would have ran it back with TTUN, right?
And
No, that's what I'm saying.
But no, my thing is,
we would have ran it back with them.
my thing is,
In that
and
situation?
I know this is not ideal.
maybe.
I mean, it's because of the tradition of the game. I understand that. I just think we have to evolve.
Yeah.
I think the game should not be the last game. It's still the game. The
Yeah.
Red River Shootout ain't the last game of the season. I can name like
It's multiple rivalry.
Yeah,
games
that's
that
not the
same
last-
week, and it ain't
it ain't the last
the
game
last
of the
game
season.
of the season.
Right.
Right.
So where would you want to put that game?
I mean, just
If you had
shuffle
a
it.
choice.
I don't care.
2
Anywhere
weeks before.
Anywhere but the
2 weeks before, like that, where it's at.
within the
2
first
weeks prior.
within the first 10 games,
Okay.
basically.
2 weeks prior. Like
Within the
before.
I'm saying within
Like
the first
where
10.
it's
I
at
say
now.
within the
I
first
understand.
10. That way, them last 2-3 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
whoever lost, whatever, you got time to rebuild yourself a little bit, just in case. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, if we lose, Lord knows, I don't know.
Ooh.
But I'm gonna do it on for
Ooh.
them. If we lose, say week 10, we go 9-1, right? We'll fall a couple spaces, but then we still got them next
more.
to get our bearings
Yeah.
back. You know what I mean? That way, if we're the top 2 teams in the conference, we're gonna play each other again.
Anyways.
Mhm.
Right.
So what about reorganizing that? Let's say they still kept
The
you know,
divisions.
both sides. What if they just mixed all the teams up, but put Michigan left,
Well, that's what they
Ohio State right,
Well, that's
and
I
then
mean, yeah.
UCLA on one side, USC on the other side, and play it that way.
That's what they would have to do in order to
Make it even.
deliver what I'm asking for.
Yeah, true.
Either disband them all or put us and the team up north on different sides. That's all I'm saying. ADG.
So obviously we talked about the additions to the Big East. Should be here next year. I'm pretty sure, right? Talked about Ryan Day and
To the Big East or Big Ten?
Big Ten. My bad.
Oh my God.
We gonna edit that out. Don't you worry.
He ain't gonna edit.
No, I ain't.
Yeah, sure, I ain't
Well,
gonna
say
edit.
that,
But
say that again, so then you can cut that out.
No. So we talked about Ryan Day and his job placement and job security, right? Obviously, outside of that team that we mentioned,
Mm-hmm.
who is the biggest threat this year to Ohio State?
Before we get to the threat, I just thought about something.
Yeah,
It
throw
ain't easy to find a successful college coach, man. Like I'm saying, people calling for Ron D. Head. It ain't easy to replace all them wins. Just like
I understand that, but I see one person on the coaching staff that would.
oh well.
Yeah.
I mean,
I see one person on the coaching staff.
I would like to see him a little bit more, but we got to see because he now he's involved in calling plays.
Okay, right, exactly.
Yeah, so now we gotta really see.
This is I think this is the setup for that.
But we shall see. All right, I'm just saying. We
That's
will
just the
see
case.
how the offense looks with him in his new role,
Man,
and we could touch on that later.
Yeah, we definitely got lucky with coaches throughout the years.
Mhm.
Got sweater man, visor man, and I don't know what this one is. I have no clue what
Day?
day is. Yeah, what is he? You know, Tressel had the little cut off sweater. You knew that he
Yeah.
was pulling up in that.
Always had.
Urban had the visor.
Yeah.
What
got
he
there in
got?
that windbreaker.
He got the- Yep.
The windbreakers what we
Yeah.
going with?
I think so.
Windbreaker
I
man.
think
Windbreaker
so. Every game.
Windbreakers what we going with?
Every
Windbreaker
game, I think
man.
so. I
Making
think
me
so. I
mad.
think it's windbreaker.
He making me mad.
All right, but now, like you saying, so we looking at the teams that are the biggest threats.
So first, let's start obviously outside of the team up north. Let's start in the
Penn
big.
State.
Outside of Michigan.
It's always going to be
Right.
Penn State.
Let's start there.
Yeah.
Let's start in the Big
It's
Ten.
really like it.
Well, it
Okay.
really is. Because Michigan State fell off.
Michigan State fell off.
We'll always have one corny close game against
Northwestern.
like Wisconsin or
Northwestern.
Northwestern. or some shit.
Yeah.
I hate Northwestern.
It's stupid
I'm
like
not
that.
even going to lie to y'all. I hate Northwestern. Every time we play them, they play like this is the last game of the season and they got to win it.
It's an unnecessary dogfight.
I hate
For no reason.
them. Yeah.
No reason.
Northwestern gives us problems.
So
Like, they
there's
give
I
us
look at this.
problems.
This
Supposed to be 3-13.
No.
This year.
Bro, they could be 0 and everything.
Right.
And
They gonna get up for Ohio State.
For us, bro, it's crazy.
I want to see the trap game. Ooh,
Where?
It's this one right there.
No, I'm about to say it's this one. It's
You
not
think so?
Purdue. It's
Like,
definitely
it's
the
on
one we going to.
Nah, it's
on a roll in Purdue?
Don't care about that.
I do.
You
Don't care.
crazy.
They ain't got Drew.
I don't care.
I know they don't.
ain't have Drew
They
in
have
years.
last
They ain't
time
got
when-
Drew.
When they open this up,
They
Bro.
gonna need Drew.
Bro,
it's a trap game, bro. I'm just saying.
I don't like that one.
When
But
you
it
look
is,
at how our schedule
And we
is
got
set
Penn
up,
State the week after.
it's a trap
Yeah.
game,
They
bro.
looking ahead.
Yeah,
They gonna look
bro.
ahead.
What you
Yeah,
talking about?
yeah,
Let's pay attention to the schedule.
They
We
gonna
gonna
look
look
ahead.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's a trap game right there, bro. I don't like how that look right there.
On the road
They
against
gonna look
Purdue
ahead.
with Penn
With
State
Penn
the week
State
after.
the week after,
It's in Ohio State though, right?
the Penn
It's
State
State.
game, yeah.
Exactly. We're going to go
Man.
on the road
Mm-hmm.
looking at Purdue like
Not
they
what-
ain't
yeah.
nothing.
Right, exactly.
And, bro, end up.
Oh Lord, Penn
Ooh.
State, don't do it. And you know, October it might
Bro.
snow around that area.
Listen,
So,
you gotta be careful with
like,
that
come
game. right
on,
there.
man.
Because this dude.
But yeah, I mean, again, come the following year, we could add. We will have to respectfully add the Trojans to that list of teams to be worried about.
Yeah, I was just talking
True.
about this year.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But I was just saying
Yes,
that
definitely.
because we were also going to touch on teams around other conferences as well.
Mm-hmm.
So the Trojans being in other conference are one of them teams who are
That's
a top heavy team in the rankings.
So this year it moves to 12, right? 12 teams.
No, next
It's
year.
next year.
Next year.
Next year.
Okay, next year. So
Mhm.
obviously, I feel like with what we have and what we're expected to have with Kyle, if he is the starter, will obviously be one of those 4 teams.
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe that obviously in the playoffs those teams are going to be a threat because they'll be there?
Right.
What teams do you think are going to be those teams in the playoff? Is it the Alabama's, Clemson?
I think
It's gonna be the
Texas
same
shows
ones.
something this year.
Texas.
I think Texas. I do. I just think they.
I'm not worried about. I think Clemson might be on the decline.
I'm not worried about.
Might be.
The only thing about Clemson is that they
That
are in
conference.
that corny
They-
conference.
Right.
Yeah.
So as long as they get a good preseason rank, they'll walk through the ACC and stay within the top
True.
7, 8, whatever.
Yeah.
But
On-
you're obviously going to have the Alabamas, the Georgia.
Like Texas, just like
They're
my
never
long
going to
shot.
go anywhere.
Do you
Texas,
think
exactly?
you think Georgia will be the top? If it's not us, do you believe Georgia will be the top team?
No, I think it's going to go right back to Alabama.
Think so?
Yeah.
Saban got away.
Ooh, that's deep.
I think
Saban got away.
I'm telling you, yeah.
Saban got away.
You think Saban about
did.
to, this is what, third
did.
third
If
straight year
Georgia,
Saban
right?
on some nut shit?
If
Nah,
Georgia-
not no more.
If
Not no more.
Georgia is
And,
not
and,
the
and,
preseason
and you allowed to pay
football.
more, and you allowed to pay people? Shit, Saban about to watch.
I just
I think he's losing touch though.
I don't think he's losing touch.
who was I telling that to you about Saban's recruiting style? What you do with those young kids? I was telling someone. So what Saban's recruiting style is like? He'll bring the kids into his home. You got your room in his home, like, and that's your recruiting visit. Like, you come into his home, you got a chef, you got a maid, you got all this stuff in his house. That's part of his recruiting trip.
That wouldn't sell me.
Nah,
I'm,
but
okay.
I'm not gonna get it when the season starts. I'll be on campus.
Yeah, of course.
That's a
But
fact.
if you're a kid that a lot of college athletes come from poverty, whatever the case is.
you know you never had nothing.
Exactly.
You walk in there.
You from down there?
You call up.
Exactly.
Call up more equipment.
I mean,
Like,
Yeah.
hey.
And you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, we only know what we hear about recruiting processes.
Yeah, that's
I'm
what
sure
I'm saying.
there's. I'm sure
I'm
there's.
sure Saban get busy.
But you know they had a scandal. They had a scandal too.
What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had a recruiting scandal.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But to that point, referring back to the NIL deals, that's not all that fancy at this point anymore. That you bring me to your
Yeah,
house
not
and
no more.
give me, yeah.
Yeah,
like,
not no more. Yeah.
Not anymore
Yeah,
until
man.
he picks up that phone.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. The nil deals is going to hugely affect recruiting.
Another thing about the NIL deals, and when it comes down to Saban is so heavily in with NFL coaches as well.
1,000%.
He's so like in with, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So like, not only are you
Yeah.
going to Alabama where every single year you're gonna be up there to compete for a championship, now you get to play with arguably, which I don't really think it's an argue, but the greatest college football coach of all time, and he has ties, a bunch of ties in the NFL. So it's almost like, you know, it's almost like what a lot of people going to follow Dion.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's about time for him to retire.
I heard that.
Who, Saban?
Yeah.
Get him out of here.
Nah, he gotta get that. He gotta get the Joe Paterno joint.
You gotta get the-
He gotta,
Hey, yo.
once he start hitting that joint, then he's up out of there. He ain't out of there yet. He's still jumping and doing all that.
Tired of him.
Can't compare him to Joe Paterno.
No, I'm saying in
Yeah.
age. I said age. Age. That's what I meant. Age.
Yeah. We don't
Yeah,
know.
he
We
said
don't know.
like the hunch.
We don't know. Probably can.
Definitely don't know.
You don't know.
Definitely
They did have a scandal. They did have a
We
scandal.
don't know. But I digress. You know, my bad.
Next topic, because I ain't about to say what I'm about to say.
You might as well.
That was a sad way for him to go out.
Who what?
It wasn't
Saban ain't hiding no little boys getting touched.
Yeah, that is
See,
true.
this is what I'm saying. See, this is why y'all gotta get me off this topic. Go ahead, switch it
That's
up.
true.
Get me off this.
All right, yeah, listen.
Switch the type of joint to
Because
get,
that was
this
wild.
type of joint to get me banned.
That
Yeah.
was
You ain't
wild.
gonna see me no more.
You can't get banned from our
Nah,
stuff. This is
this
our
is-
stuff.
That was wild.
Shout out to our sponsors.
Us.
That was wild.
So, obviously, we're going to the. We're gonna be in Columbus.
Woo! Spring.
Yo, that is crazy.
Go
That
to
is crazy.
Columbus.
So we're gonna be Ryan. It's crazy. Hey yo, not Donnie. Yo, boy. Come on, Rob. But just so y'all know, we are gonna go live in Columbus.
We trying something new.
April 14th, 15th, and 16th. We will be in Columbus for the spring game. We're gonna attempt to go live. We're gonna be on campus. We're gonna be interviewing students. We're gonna try to get an athlete to interview. We're just gonna keep trying to grow the brand
Until you try to get more content.
and
Out
try
to
to
y'all.
try to
I
get more
cannot
content.
wait.
So
For this spring game.
we're gonna be driving again. So I'm sure we're gonna have another.
I ain't driving.
We
I'm not
might
driving.
have
I'm
another.
sure we're gonna
I
have a
ain't
few
driving.
stories.
I ain't
Rocking
driving.
and rolling.
A blue blue.
But
What? What?
We might have a
definitely
couple
want y'all to
potholes. We're gonna have to watch out for.
Watch out for the potholes.
So make sure you got
Please,
Gatorade bottle this time.
Please, you feel
Hey,
me?
Gatorade bottle this time. We can get you right.
Thermos.
Y'all need a thermos.
Yo, not the thermos.
Thermos out there.
Hey, yo, that's
So what our plan is, we plan to start doing these live, man, so we can take comments, questions,
Mm-hmm.
just get straight feedback, raw and real, right in the moment. So
Actual interaction with y'all.
we want to interact with some of our fans. Currently, we only have a few fans, but those few fans, we do love y'all. We appreciate y'all.
Word's life.
We're going to continue to bring y'all content because we don't care if we got one fan.
It is what it is.
It's for that.
We're gonna get that live call. Like you got a call coming from the Bucks County Correctional. They go like hello. They were like, you have a call from Tony Sandusky.
Just tripping. Like, look at him. Going off. So,
You said it's us. I can say what I want.
yeah, you can.
I
Yeah.
ain't done.
We're going to be in somebody Airbnb come the 14th, 15th, and 16th of April. I hope y'all tune in.
You secure that? You secure that? You know.
Yeah, almost.
What?
We have too much
Almost.
fun. Yeah, that
Yeah,
shit's
it's almost-
crazy.
Airbnb the last to secure.
We definitely gonna be down there
Alright, so.
or out there. I ain't gonna say we're gonna be over there.
We're going to definitely give y'all a tour of campus. That's one thing we're going to do.
Yeah.
We're going to stop in the stores. We're going to show y'all around Columbus for y'all that never been
We
there.
definitely
Gotta
gonna show
get
y'all
back to the
25 double A.
Y'all definitely going to see 25
Definitely
double A.
wanna see that. I gotta get back to Buckeye Corner.
And yeah, that's a fact.
I'm leaving with something.
Tailgate.
Yeah,
I'm
tailgate.
away.
Also, we got jerseys coming in.
Town.
The custom grades. So we do got the custom grades coming in.
Mm-hmm. We be out
Bucknut-
there in those.
Bucknutboyz
Yeah,
on the
boy.
back. Hopefully they in time. I'm praying that they come in time.
We got some time. We got. They get here.
But moving forward, anybody got any topics that they want to push on real quick that we could talk about before we close this
Right now?
segment out?
Mhm.
Yeah, I know we're coming up on the hour, so
Well,
go ahead, say what you want to say,
no.
and then I'll hit you with.
I ain't have much to say. I was just gonna say, at the end of the day, y'all be great. Hey, y'all be great.
You ain't got no say.
At the end of the day, y'all be great. How y'all be great.
Yeah.
So,
That's what I'm talking about.
obviously we seen, I forget what we was watching. I think we was watching it here, and we seen the uniforms, the red
Red
shirt
shirt was
with
here.
the red pants.
Okay.
It was watching on
here.
the- on
Oh,
the-
we was watching it
Yeah.
on here.
Or the red. Yeah.
Please,
Yeah,
we
should
asking
do that
y'all,
again.
please.
Yeah.
I'd
we
rather
should
them
do
be
that again.
regular.
I don't know why them ain't just end up in rotation.
I'd rather them be
Yeah,
regular.
should be. The all
Red
red
bottoms with the red tops. Man.
Yeah, the all red cream.
Yeah, it's fire.
What's your favorite jersey for the team to wear? Obviously, probably home, right?
White.
You
All
like
white.
white?
I love all white.
We don't wear all white.
I love all
All
white.
white.
Jerseys, women,
'Cause we got-
shoes.
So,
Hey, man.
now that we got that clear,
You opened this plug.
now that we got that clear,
You know, yeah. You
I said
opened
jerseys.
that. No, but I'm saying, but you.
You said it was okay.
Yeah, you.
Hey, man, go ahead.
I
What's the
am
problem?
going ahead.
Yeah.
I am going ahead.
You cracked the dam, didn't you?
For real, I thought we was on a lake.
Yeah, you cracked it. My boys,
The
yeah,
black one.
that's funny as hell. But yes, I mean, it's
I
just
like
the
the
colors in
all black.
general again. You like the all blacks? I mean,
Like the black on black.
Mhm.
All black.
I like the what I do like is the I'm gonna get the name, the alternate wrong, but I like the helmets, the black helmets
Black helmets.
with the black masks.
Those are they tough.
Like I like them off them Buckeyes off that one with the red stripe.
I'll
With
tell
the,
you, one of the things that we definitely got to do when, obviously, if we make it much bigger, right, we can get the little Buckeye helmets, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, let's say we got a segment that we on and somebody got a strong point or whatever. Once we get the fans involved, then they get the leaf on their helmet. And then we build that up as like a little competition thing. And then at the end, somebody got to do something. Ain't no weird stuff, but.
It's
going
gonna
up
be
there.
weird. It's gonna be weird.
But you know,
Usually how it go.
just to give a little,
Usually how it go.
just to give a little extra something. One of the things that is crazy is over the past, couple of weeks, I've been just talking about the podcast and bringing it up to everybody who I come in contact with. Like, yeah, me and my boys did this. Me and my boys did that. And the first thing that they always say is, what studio are y'all in? Like, y'all got the thing on the back. Y'all got the red thing. Like, what studio are y'all in that y'all doing this?
Bucknut Studios.
Studio 2.
Yeah.
Bucknut Studios, man.
It's crazy. I'm like,
You know what I mean?
and we just doing this off the strength. Like,
Our sponsor got us this studio.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
So.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did. You know what I mean?
But as of now, I think the hour is already up. We hit our topics for today.
Yeah, that
we will definitely be back. Episode 5. We're gonna keep this thing going. We only got a few more episodes before we hit y'all with the road to Columbus.
Yeah, buddy. I can't wait for that. Good month out.
Tying that together is gonna be crazy because we're gonna have to do a lot of editing.
Shit, you know, you don't gotta edit nothing I do.
Yeah.
Nothing I say, anything I do.
We might. Because I might got some edits on this one. Like,
I want to get away.
We definitely gonna be down there, man.
We're going to close that out. We excited to go. If y'all are somebody's going down there, if y'all in Ohio, if y'all are Ohio State fans and y'all going to be down there, please let us know so we can link up with y'all. We want to get as much content as we can get. But obviously, to close this out, y'all know what we're going to do. Thanks to Mom. We got this rocking and rolling. So whenever you ready, OH.
I-O.
Thank y'all for watching, man. We'll be back. Episode 5 is on the way.
You dig? Oh, they hit them with this on the way out, or they played me with the ass.
Why? You know I ain't cutting that out. Nope, that got to stay. Hit him with an ad. Oh, yeah.
Give me my theme. Give me my theme. Man, you said commercial.
You should. Toyota Corolla?
Like, probably.
I was sitting with the.
I said, one thing about my boy, he 10 toes down, 8 toes down. My bad.
That's crazy. That is crazy. Dang.
I'm finna dot the I next time we got that motherfucker.
Can't
Hey,
wait.
listen, one of y'all dot the I.
Damn. We ain't
over.
even get a chance to
Somebody
talk about
got
your
the eye.
past experience.
I'm dotting the
Running
I.
into
It's
two
real.
With a
two
white girl on my
kids.
That's
shoulder,
all
with a cheerleader on my
Damn.
shoulders.
Yeah. Definitely ran into them. Every time, man.
We didn't even get a chance, but man, I'm